Hello guys, Zach here. What is going on? Welcome back to the best of 21 series between TheViper and DauT. This is game 6, and as you know, TheViper is leading the series 3-2 right now. Before this game gets started, I do just want to explain real quick that this is actually technically Game 7. I decided that I'm going to cast Game 6 a little bit later on, and I'm going to skip it for now because it's a really long game, and it was a Mayan war. But the reason I'm skipping it because it was so long is because, as you probably know, I'm in Greece at the moment, and that means that I don't really have good internet, and this is really just a test. I wanted to do a short game to make sure that I could upload it just fine. So I'm going to record this, render it, and see how long it takes me to upload. I'm currently recording this on my laptop, as you know. That's why it's in 720p. I'm in my new room in Greece at the moment, and I'm going to have to use the hotel that I'm staying at. I'm going to have to use the Wi-Fi to upload it. Fortunately, though, it is quite slow, and I have no plug socket where I can get signal. I don't get signal in my room, so I have to take my laptop off charge, take it upstairs, try and upload it, and hopefully, fingers crossed, it will work. If not, then I really would need some ideas on how I can get videos up, because I can still record. The problem is I can't upload very easily. So if you guys have any ideas or ways that I could upload videos easier while I'm here, please do let me know. Of course, once I get back to England, then everything's going to be just fine and dandy. I can use my big PC. I can do all of that jazz, and hopefully it will all work out for the best. Fingers crossed, fingers crossed. But anyway, let's have a look at this game. Who have we got? We've got TheViper in red down to the south of the map playing as Mayans. His opponent, Tyrant DauT, in yellow off to the north playing as Mayans as well. And the map Regicide Fortress, of course. And, you know, I'm looking forward to this game. DauT, so far, his micromanagement in these games has been a little bit bad, but other than that, I mean, he's been playing quite well, and I think if he can take a game from TheViper, I think possibly he can take it in the Regicide Fortress. Before the GML, he did say to me then in the interview that, you know, he's quite confident on Regicide Fortress. It's one of his favourite maps, and it's one that he's well practiced on. Of course, Viper is arguably king of the Mayans. Viper plays Mayans so well, but of course, DauT, coming from many more years of experience, possibly could take this game. We'll have to wait and see. But so far, just luring his boar in right now with his Eagle Warrior. Gonna get in there, and doesn't have his king to hold the gate open, so he's gonna take a lot of damage on the eagle there, and he could struggle to lure the second boar in actually. Unfortunately, they are on the other side of this forest. It makes it a little bit harder for him to get them. The Viper, as you saw down here, he already lured his two boars, but he did use his king to hold this gate open, and that meant that he could use his eagle very easily in there and take the boar through the gate. He's now exploring the map with his eagle and with his king. Same for DauT as well, using his king to explore with, and these guys should be able to get a very good amount of map coverage fairly soon, once they've explored the map with their kings fully. Interested to see this boar right here though, because the Viper, DauT even, might find himself in a bit of a tough spot here, as he's gonna have a tough time getting hold of this eagle, I think. No, not hold of this eagle, a tough time getting hold of this boar. It looks like the Viper gonna try and block that even with his king right now, and the boar runs back. That was really nice from the Viper, using his king to block the boar. And of course, in Regicide, if you lose your king, it's game over. DauT gonna just poke at that king there, not gonna do much damage at all. It's gonna take a while for him to kill that if he intended to do so. The Viper gonna hang around, and with 11 HP, it doesn't look like DauT's gonna be able to lure that boar back to his base, and that does mean that DauT is gonna be in a bad situation right now. Gonna lose out on a boar, and the Viper is gonna be in a reasonably good spot. It's not the end of the world though, because they do have the farms to begin with, so they are upgrading neck and neck, pretty much identical timing, but the Viper is going to hit the castle age with a little more resources. If we have a look, he's got 800 food pretty much in the bank already, and DauT is on just 600 at the moment, a little bit less gold as well, and a little bit more wood, but it's not really that important at this stage. DauT, though, missing out on this board does mean he's going to be slightly behind on food, but as the map is Regicide Fortress, it shouldn't matter anyway, because they're probably still going to upgrade to Castle Age pretty much at the same time. Blacksmith and Market going down for the Viper right there. DauT again, Blacksmith and Market, and they're going to go up to the Castle Age. So once they get up to the Castle Age, we might actually start seeing some action. Likely thing to happen is the castle units, of course, making some plumed archers to get some harassment in. 2 TCs likely to go down pretty much straight away, and maybe not even that much action in the Castle Age. Oftentimes when I watch Regicide Fortress, it's a long time before any action really starts to get underway. Maybe even in the Imperial Age. Does stuff actually start to happen. In this case though, because it's Mine War, it's likely we'll see plumed archers coming out, and they'll both be trying to harass where they can. Kings are likely to be heading back inside of the castles fairly soon, as once the plumed archers come out even, they really don't want to afford losing a king for nothing at all. So that's what's to come, pretty much. Let's just keep things speeding up a little bit. It's a little bit temperamental on my laptop. Sometimes it goes fast, sometimes it goes slow. I'm sure you can see the frame rate in the corner right there. Not ideal, I know, but what can you do? What's the Viper doing with his eagle here? Is he going to suicide it on this boar? I don't think so. 1 HP though. He might lose that fairly soon once the plumed archers come out. Score wise, it's pretty close. The Viper going to be a little bit further ahead though. If we have a look at their resources right now, looking at DauT, he's got what, 600 wood, 350 food, 200 gold. The Viper on a lot more wood and pretty much the same amount of food, but this extra wood means he's able to plonk down 2 TCs straight away. Worth noting as well, I didn't point this out before, but if we have a look at this stone camp over here, you can see the stone missing. And that's because DauT actually had to sell stone so that he sold 100 stone so he could get the gold, so he could upgrade to the Castle Age just at the same time. If he didn't sell that stone, he wouldn't have been able to do it, but as a consequence, he does have less resources overall. He does have less wood, and that means he's only managed to plonk down 1 TC. He's put it down on the front, and likely that he's going to take this boar once that TC goes up and try and catch up with the food situation. If we have a look at his food right now, really low, and once he gets 3 TCs up, he does need to have a good food income so that he can continue production from all of his town centres at once. So this TC is going to go up, likely to take that boar. The 3rd TC not down yet. He can put it down right now though. He does have the wood for it. He's deleted walls here, so he's going to put it back on this side. The Viper's 2 TCs about to go up right now, and it's looking pretty good for the Viper, I've got to say. Plumed archers coming out already, and what's this right here? A monastery. Nice and early on the monastery there, and that could be really good for him. If we have a look where his relics are, there's all 5 relics, well 4 relics on his side of the map over here, and 1 on DauT's side, but he could still pick that up as well actually. So the Viper intending to take the relics nice and early, and that's going to be such a big boost. If he takes them early like he is doing, he's going to have so much extra gold by the time he reaches the Imperial Age, and that's going to be so useful. Trebuchet wars, really common in Mayan wars, getting those trebs out, taking out the castles of course, because castles are going to be one of the main things, because that's where you get the majority of your army from, playing as Mayans. And having those relics, it's just going to make it easier for him to get those trebs out. It means he's going to be able to get the extra gold he needs, and he's going to be in a good situation. So that is going to be pretty good for him. The Viper though going to come here. It looks like he's going to trap a DauT in. DauT with 4 plumed archers against the Viper's 6, and that can only end one way for DauT really though. At the moment, DauT seems to be doing reasonably well, managing to kill off 2 plumed archers fairly easily. Reasonable micro, not the best, but I mean he managed to take 2 out. He lost 2 for himself. Now he's 2 to 1 outnumbered pretty much. Gonna run back here. He's not really got any other option, but he's going to be met with a town centre and a castle, so this is a nice trade for the Viper here, losing 2 plumed archers, managing to, well, I imagine he will kill these 2 plumed archers here, and that's going to be reasonably good for him. It does mean that he can gain a little bit of an advantage with his army. There's 1 plumed archer left. Is he going to run? He could get away with that, I suppose. No, he's not running. He's going to send it to its death by looks of things. No idea what DauT is doing there. Maybe trying to get some scouting information or something. See how many villagers the Viper actually has on gold. But the Viper there, losing 2 plumed archers, managing to take out 4. It's a reasonable trade. And at this stage of the game, every little thing matters. Every little thing counts. Fletching has been done for DauT. The Viper likely to get fletching soon, though he can't afford it just yet. He needs a bit of extra gold at the moment. But once he gets fletching up, he should be able to get an engagement out of DauT, I think. He should be okay for military numbers. He's got, what, 6 plumed archers at the moment. DauT has 6 or 7 even. So actually, the Viper could be in a better situation to just bring his plumed archers back for the time being. He's going to continue to make them though, of course, but putting economy first, getting a wheelbarrow right now at 15 minutes, pretty standard timing for the Viper on that one. Let's have a look. Don't see wheelbarrow from DauT yet. He might have it already actually. I'm just going to have a quick check. Getting wheelbarrow early is something that the Viper does quite often, and yeah, DauT doesn't actually have wheelbarrow yet. So the Viper going to have wheelbarrow earlier on. He's going to have a lot of extra resources from that, and he did go into the castle age with a much better economy, as he didn't, well, he got his 2 boar and DauT didn't. So the Viper going to be in a nice situation once this wheelbarrow upgrade is done. He's going to have it in a nice time as well, and he's not really lost much military either, so he's looking in a good situation, I've got to say. Collecting the relics up right now as well, Monk's bringing them back, and he's going to get a nice gold boost from that. Let's see what's going on back here. Plumed archers for DauT. He's trying to do a little bit of harassment, but the Viper here, he's built his town centres in the back of his base, so in the shadow of his castle, he's pretty safe, I've got to say. Coming in right here as well, picking off 2 plumed archers for free, and that makes it pretty much 6-2 to the Viper in plumed archer count, and that's nice. That's nice for him. He's going to be able to get an engagement out of DauT here. I think that was fletching just being completed, so fletching done for both of them. The Viper probably going to cling to this high ground a little bit here, maybe even try and force an engagement out of DauT, because he does have the number advantage, and that could really help him out in the long run. It really will help him out actually if he gets an engagement here. He's fighting uphill, which is not too much of a problem. He can move his units up here, but DauT forcing an engagement, coming in with his plumed archers, and what is he doing? He's actually not microing them at all. They're literally just standing there. The Viper just saying thank you very much, I'm going to take this, and wow, DauT just so messy. DauT was the one who forced that engagement there. He could have very easily fallen back to his town centre and kept his plumed archers safe, but no, he decided to go in, he decided to not micromanage them, and the Viper managing to kill off probably about 8, 9, maybe even 10 plumed archers there, and losing only 3 or 4 of his own. Just making such good trades so far. Now he's going to be able to harass this town centre, stop these villagers from working, maybe even kill them off, and DauT, such a big mistake in that engagement. He didn't micro at all, and as I was saying earlier, that's really been his downfall so far in this series. We see a siege workshop for DauT right there, likely to be getting out of mangonel fairly soon. He really needs a big mangonel hit to take out these plumed archers. Bodkin arrow done for the Viper now as well, something that DauT hasn't actually researched yet, so that's going to make it even easier for him. Come an engagement, Viper would be able to take out DauT even easier, as he has that extra range, making micromanagement that little bit easier. Mangonel coming out, so as I was saying, DauT really does need this big Mangonel hit, and if he gets it, then things are going to be a little bit more even, but a Mangonel is already out for the Viper right here, and again, you know, he's already got the Mangonel out. He's just one step ahead at the moment. Getting a Mangonel hit, nope, gonna miss, but I've got to watch this micromanagement here so closely. Nice from DauT, almost taking this one out here, but it's going to stay up for the time being. A good split from the Viper, going to try and focus that Mangonel down. Looks like DauT's going to bring it back and repair it with villagers. Logical choice to make, and the Viper managing to micro both of them fairly well, but he's going to have to be very careful of this Mangonel hit. Only 8 HP. These plumed archers can come in, pick it off very easily, so the Viper just needs to be careful. He needs to make sure he's paying as much attention as he possibly can. Mangonel coming back in for DauT right now. Engagement with the plumed archers at the top perhaps, and Mangonel's going to fire at the bottom. Mangonel missing for DauT. Another shot from the Viper, going to be able to... oh wow, okay, I actually thought he was going to flatten that Mangonel there. Nice micro again at the top, managing to micro his plumes at the same time, getting a Mangonel shot onto there. Should be able to clear up the whole of DauT's army here as well. The Mangonel are going to stand for the time being, but all of the plumed archers are lost for DauT, and that was pretty nice. A Mangonel trade back down here for both of them, but DauT does have the extra Mangonel, and oh, making it count as well, managing to get some nice hits on the Viper there. And although he lost all of his plumed archers, he's actually ahead in Mangonel counts. Now it's even once again, and it's very back and forth, but the Viper certainly is coming out on top here. There is no question about it. DauT just has nothing left. He's making a Mangonel now, but by the time it's out, the Viper is gonna have two. Pretty much no plumed archers either, and I'm really starting to worry for DauT here. He's just his micromanagement is so messy, so sloppy. He wasn't even that far behind with his army in that battle, but the Viper just seems to be coming out on top every single time. He just has the advantage, and now he can start to hammer down on this TC, and if this TC goes down, that's pretty much GG for DauT right there, because he just can't do anything in this situation. Plumed archers coming in for the Viper here, going to harass the villagers, going to pick off the rest of the plumed archers that DauT does bring out. Another Mangonel coming out for DauT as well, but as I said, two for the Viper already out, losing his Mangonel once again, and there is so little I think that DauT can do in this situation. He says GG and he resigns, and there we go, Viper takes it. And that seemed like a pretty damn easy game for him. It didn't even reach Imperial Age, which is kind of unusual for a Regicide Fortress, and considering this is one of DauT's best maps, really quite worrying for him, I've got to say. So the series is currently 4-2 to the Viper. He's starting to get ahead, and you know, his micromanagement, that's what is winning the games for him. But as usual guys, I've been Zach. Hopefully this video goes up alright. If it does, I'll be bringing you game 7 very shortly. So thanks for watching, hopefully you enjoyed, and I'll see you next time.